Hello, and thank you for joining me for a quick clicks video on some ways to use Google Polls with your students. For this video, I'm going to focus on ways to use polls within your Google Meets to measure engagement as well as levels of student understanding. My name is Tyler Montgomery, and I'm a TOSA for the Professional Development Department, and I do proudly support the Glades region. However, if you have any questions or need any guidance, please feel free to reach out to me and I will help you however I can. I also have a Bitmoji office with tips and tricks to help you through the year and beyond. For this video, we're going to focus on three main areas. First, I want to explain a little about Google Polls and its feature. Next, I will show you how to find this inside your Google Meets with your students that you are supporting. Lastly, I want to show you some examples of how you can use polls in your Google Meets to allow students to interact with each other and the material you're presenting. I have also added the code to my Support Google Classroom, where I have more quick click videos and resources that can help you throughout the year. Google Polls is something that you will find within your Google Meets, along with many other interactive items you can use to engage and monitor your students. When you're in the Google Meet, if you look at the upper right-hand corner, you will see a fairly new icon next to the chat icon that is a triangle, a circle, and a square. If you click there, you will see different options for your Meet, but if you click on Polls, you will see this column come up. And then all you're going to do is click Start a Poll to get started. Here on the left, you will see the blank template that will come up each time you create a poll. For this example, I created a poll that focused more on the morning check-in. I added another option and filled the empty template out with what I needed. From here, I can save the poll, but more importantly, I can launch the poll, which makes it show up on the screen of everyone within the Google Meet. Once you have clicked the Launch button, there are a few items you will see on your end as a teacher. First, you're going to see the live icon in the corner, and that lets you know which poll question is currently accepting responses. Next, you can end the poll by using this button, and this option is helpful because it allows you to control how much time your students have to answer the question. This can be used to monitor participation, as well as information is sent to you in Google Sheets once the session is done, so you'll have that as data for later. Lastly, to allow your class to have more of a conversation, you can share the results, which then allows the class to see the answers without adding names, so there is a sense of security, but students can then see which answer was chosen the most. Once you end your meeting, meaning you end the Google Meet that you are on, you will get the results of each poll question in a Google Sheet to save, file, or use to assist and support in lesson planning. The sheet will come to you via email from the meeting non-reply email address, and because it is part of the Google Education Suite, once you open it, it will be saved to your Google Drive. So here are a couple of examples of how you can use Google Polls to support your students. You can engage your students in questions about the content that you're talking about that day, and even use information from previous lessons and try to see how your students are doing with that knowledge building. You can do check-ins or SEL questions to allow students to feel that emotional and support connection with you. And I can also monitor basic comprehension of information. I can use these for students to reflect on scales that you're using for your current standards to track their progress, and it also will give you that data because you get the email as soon as the meet is over. I do once again want to reiterate, as I've said in other videos, that this tool can be amazing, but only when used properly. No matter the age of your students, it's always important to explain your rules and expectations surrounding this type of interaction. Here are some great resources to help you learn more about digital citizenship, including resources on Blender, all about this particular topic. I want to thank you for spending a little bit of time with me today, and I hope I've been successful in my objectives for this video. If you do have any questions or want to brainstorm ideas on how to use Google Polls in your classroom, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a beautiful day.